Okay, we're recording. All right. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Social Club once again on our favorite thing that we love to do every single week at 6:15 p.m. Wednesdays. Welcome to another Let's Talk About It. Joined with the same trio, myself, Waffles, and Kuro. Let's give it up for it. Claps. Clap. Yay. You guys are supposed to say hi, by the way.
Oh, hi. How's everybody doing?
Yay. Say hi. Doing great. How are you doing, Waffles?
I am doing just fantastic on this beautiful Wednesday evening in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hell yeah. Just gave away your information. Kuro.
That's where I live.
How's it going for you?
It's going pretty good. It's a nice night over here on the
Nice.
East Coast.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, I just opened my window, so I feel fucking amazing right now. Got a nice cool breeze. And that is enough of our weekly weather report. Now into what we actually came here for is some anime goodness. So, like we said last podcast, we're going to be doing years in review. Basically, we're going to take a random year of anime, just look into it, see what we remember, see what was like relevant, and then try to find out, where it fits on the scale of years that we have seen before in the past. So we're going to get into that. And then also later on, we're going to be doing a summer 2019 preview where I painstakingly watched every single fucking trailer for the summer 2020. I regretted my life decisions. I literally had to force myself to watch these fucking things. But regardless, that's already done. So at least it'll be fun shitting on some of these shows. And fuck Isekai. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this year in review started. So let me pull up the window real quick and then we'll switch over. So Kuro, as you are watching the stream, our amazingly talented Waffles over here has actually created a really badass chart. So you guys can all see it on stream right now. Boom. See that? So,
oh yes.
What he did is that he took the average rating of the top 20 anime per year from 1976 to 2018. And so this chart has a lot of really interesting, points and shit on it, which will over time, we'll break more down into it. But it's just really cool because you can see anime is definitely on an upward trend, as 2018 just finished, which seems to be the highest rated year in anime so far, which a lot of people would heavily disagree with. And then there are a few outliers here and there. So I just wanted to show that because I was like, dude, it's just so fucking sick. I've never seen this before. But congrats.
And just in case anyone sees this chart and they're immediately like, how could the top 20 possibly be below 7? The big thing about this is it's 20 anime. That really emphasizes depth. So back in the 70s, you'd be lucky if you had 20 anime in a year. There just weren't that many shows. And this is only TV shows and non-sequels. So back then they just didn't have the depth at all. And I did a chart with the top 10,
which I have right here, ready to go. So this is the top 10 anime per year.
2018 is not as high now.
Yeah, exactly.
2011. Oh, that was a big year. That was a big year for.
I remember looking back at 2011 because I just went through and checked out some of these years, and I was like, God damn, that's right.
Yeah, 2011 was a good year.
Yeah, it had some pretty sick sick hits.
The 06? Oh, I wonder what was in 06.
Right,
I know it was
right.
07.
Which we'll break it down over the next coming weeks.
Yes.
So this is just a little preview. We are gonna I know the chart might be a little bit hard to see. And if you're audio only, you could, we'll have it linked in the description of the podcast along with the top 21 as well. So you guys can look at it. And then we do want to make a little bit of a prettier version of this. This was just a quick thing. Waffles beautifully threw together, which nonetheless was I literally tripped out when I saw this because I was like, this is fucking I love statistics and data, and what fucking put anime in that shit. It's like, this is amazing. You know, I love this. So, let's go ahead and look at the year. You guys ready? Let's get in the time machine. Rev it up.
All right.
You fucking Steins Gate in this bitch. And let's go back
I
to
already live in the past.
Yeah,
So.
you're in the fucking 90s, so you're coming to the future.
Yeah, I gotta catch up to you guys.
So we are traveling back in time to 2003. Fuck, how old was I? Let's see. I'm 20. Dude, math is so hard.
You're the same age as me, so you were 11 years old.
I was 11 years old. I was 11 years old.
4.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh,
Okay. But I mean, for the most part though, these were our like the years when a lot of people got into anime kind of initially. The 2000s era, 2000 2010.
Yeah.
Is when a lot of the people that are watching now started their journey on it and saw a lot of this cool stuff. So for Kuro, she may have not seen some of these. Well, she maybe by looking at a TV and seeing it coincidentally, but as a 4-year-old, you're not really like watching.
yeah, I wasn't comprehending.
Exactly, yeah. Like you weren't there experiencing it as it was happening. But if you look at the top 20, that and then if you're watching, it's I'm sorry for audio listeners, but I'm gonna go through the top 20 real quick right now. And this is sorted by, what was it again, Waffles? It was average rating.
This is sorted by rating.
Yeah, average rating. And
it's also only TV shows and movies, no specials or OVAs.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna just go through each one quickly, and then we're gonna touch on some specifics that may not be in this top 20, but did have impacted us personally, like we've watched. So 1 second. I had to close my window because people exist in the outside world. So, first row, we'll start with Full Metal Alchemist, the OG version. Came out in 2003, which I totally forgot that actually happened. And then we have Teen Titans, Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World. This was the OG version. Yes, there is a remake that came out in 2017, which they do differ. And then Tokyo Godfathers by Satoshi Kon. Planets, is that how you say it? Planet.
I just say planets. I don't know if that's right.
That's what I say. Planets.
And then so those are the top 5. And then after that, it's Full Metal Panic, Last Exile, Kaleido Star, Sakige Chromatic Koku, Wolf's Rain. And then the final 10 is Gungrave, Textolize?
Technolize? That's what I say.
Oh,
yeah.
Technolize. And then it's the Inuyasha movie, Detective Conan movie, a show called Air Master, Rod the TV, Momoko Karu no Uta. Okay, forgive me, you guys. Okay, I don't speak Japanese, so I'm gonna butcher some of these. Tante Gakenkyu, Muji Wakusei Survive, and Yellow. Mind you, these are all the English versions of these titles. Like I said it to be English only, but yeah. And then as you guys can see, I haven't watched most of these fucking shows. And some of them I've never even heard of. But how about you guys? Like, is there anything within these top 20 you definitively were a part of? Aside from the Full Metal Alchemist, but that you guys have watched.
Yeah, out of the top 20, I've seen Full Metal Alchemist, Teen Titans, and I've seen the beginning of Wolf's Rain, but I think that's it for the top 20. I've seen some other shows from 2003, but not in the top 20.
Yeah, we'll get at those in a sec. How about you, Kuro?
I have Full Metal Alchemist. The 2003 is actually the first anime I ever watched.
Nice.
I am currently watching Wolf's Rain. I'm almost done it. So I plan to watch Full Metal Panic. I've seen Teen Titans and the Inuyasha movie as well.
Nice. Which is no surprise that Inuyasha would be in this top 20. Considering it was off the back.
Inuyasha was currently airing in 2003 as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah. So we're gonna. I have a couple shows opened up in the tabs above, and we're just gonna hit them individually one at a time. gush over them for a bit, and then we'll transition into that summer preview. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great.
So, the first and foremost and most obvious, Full Metal Alchemist 2003. Culturally impactful, would you not say, for the entirety of the anime community as well as media as a whole?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Are we going back and forth or one at a time?
No, y'all can go back and forth. I'm gonna just say one thing: Brotherhood is better.
Yeah,
continue. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. So 2003. First, I mean, I had watched anime as a young child on TV, but the 2003 was the first anime that got me into anime, like made me want to watch more. I think I was like in middle school, maybe 6th grade. I don't remember. But yeah, my friend had it on at her house, and I watched it, and I fell in love with it, and I watched it, and I actually didn't know that Brotherhood existed until years later. So I thought that this was the real Fullmetal Alchemist story. I still like it today. I do prefer Brotherhood, but that's also because I've read the manga and it's a better adaptation. But I like the beginning. I like the art style. Like I said, it got me into anime, so it obviously did its job.
Yeah.
So I like the darker tone. And I like what they tried to do with the original content. Like I didn't think the original content was bad. I just didn't really like the ending.
Which, most people would probably agree with you there.
Yeah.
What about you, Waffles? What's your experience with Full Metal?
So 2003 is when I first started watching anime, like seriously, like entire series and not just watching on TV. And so Full Metal Alchemist was one of the first shows I watched in completion. And yeah, it was something that definitely got me into anime. In the beginning, I think it did that for a lot of people. Like this was the introduction for a lot of people that are around our age. Because this was like one of the biggest shows on TV, and then people wanted to see, the whole show, catch all the episodes they missed. And it was very different from the other stuff that they had on TV, because it was like either super kids shows back then, like Beyblade, or it was just like pure shonen, like battle shonen type shows like Dragon Ball, or Yu Yu Hakusho. So
at this point.
This was like, it was really big for me to be able to see something different. So it kind of opened my eyes. I was like, wait, you mean there's more than just just these basic shonen? Not to hate on those shows, but I didn't realize that you could have so much depth in an anime. I thought it was more of just like something for kids. So I think that's the big thing that was so impactful, is that it was an introduction to the depth of anime for a lot of people, myself included.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and so for me personally, being at that age and watching, so Dragon Ball Z was my first real anime personally. Super invested in this show. I fucking loved Goku going Super Saiyan, kicking people's ass. Just that whole idea of a battle shonen was just so appealing to me as a kid. Obviously, Full Metal Alchemist. So I don't know how you guys. Well, you said you saw it on TV, but I don't know if you remember how it was shown to you, right? And by that I mean, so I saw this on Adult Swim, I believe, is where it premiered. I could be wrong, but it was either Adult Swim or like the Toonami late night. Because I was more so watching Toonami like during the afternoons, with all the traditional afternoon anime shows that were coming out. But just like Waffles, Full Metal Alchemist was the first show that had caught my attention, and it made me like it for something beyond just like the really cool fights in action. It showed that there is depth to these types of shows, and there could be something definitely more that like showed it to you. So did you guys watch this on Adult Swim or Toonami or anything like that?
I saw it on Adult Swim, and I think back then Toonami didn't have a late night yet. That came later. Just, you sounded like you weren't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure. What about you, Kuro?
Yeah, I watched it on DVD. I want to say, at my friend's house. So she owned like the whole box set or whatever. Apparently she owned Brotherhood too, but I didn't know that.
Damn, he has some badass friends growing up.
Yeah, she's the one that got me into anime, obviously, because I was over her house and she's watching it. But I used to because I knew she liked anime before that, but I just had assumed the same thing that wasn't that serious or anything like that. And so this was on, and it really grabbed my attention. I was like, oh wow, like this is really cool.
Yeah, I had to sneak watch my animes, or else I would be considered a religious zealot that was being possessed by the devil. So, anyways, no story for next time. Oh man. Next on this impact list is Teen Titans. Now, okay, I get it. This isn't an anime, but it's the closest fucking thing that we've probably gotten, or at least for me as a kid. This show coincided right along with a lot of these other types of shows that were airing at the time.
Yes.
The story is incredibly in depth, and the characters are done super well. And so I personally think this transcends cartoons in a huge way into the space of anime. What was your guys' experience with the show? And we can start with Waffles.
So I was super into superheroes, as you know most kids are, but they're always adults. You know, like you see the X-Men. I mean, they seem like adults when you're a little kid. You know, X-Men, because you're like 8. The X-Men are all like 16, 17. So to you, that's a grown up. But the Teen Titans seem like younger, at least to me. And they seem more like my age. So it was really cool to see these younger version of adult superheroes on TV. And yeah, I used to watch this show religiously. I just love the villain archetype of Slade. I think it was very different from a lot of other superhero shows that they seem pretty basic, but Robin and Slade seem to have like a deeper thing going on. It kind of reminded me of that whole like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Like it just seemed like it was more involved. But looking back and as an adult, I think the show touched on a lot of deeper issues, but I don't think it would hold up to a rewatch, because there are things I really like Slade, Raven and her father. I thought that was really interesting, but then there's a lot of fluff in between. So I think I just look on it with a lot of nostalgia. So this is definitely a show that I would be afraid to rewatch because I just don't think it would hold up.
Interesting. What about you, Kuro?
Yeah, so Teen Titans, I grew up watching on TV. I think it was on Cartoon Network, right? Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
I watched this pretty much alongside Naruto as a kid, and that was when I had associated it as anime because it was on the same channel Naruto was on, and it felt like the same type of thing. But I actually ended up rewatching Teen Titans a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago now when I was in high school, like sophomore year, I think. And I thought it held up pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of fluff. You're right that there's, parts that were kind of boring, and but there were some really, really good moments too. And I was reminded of how much I love all the characters. I was really a Starfire fan when I was a kid, but obviously now I'm Raven all the way. I mean, I like Starfire too, but Raven is much cooler now. Though, I mean, when I rewatched it, I was still like 15, so I'm not really sure. Again, if it would hold up now. Rewatching, though, I did watch the movie recently, and that was still really good.
Oh, nice.
And that final scene, when Robin and Starfire finally kiss, whew, that still got me excited. Oh,
I actually haven't seen the movie, so thanks for the huge spoiler. But I'm actually really surprised.
I mean, it's from like 2003, so
Listen, all right. It's still a spoiler. No, I'm just kidding. I was actually really surprised that you converted from Starfire to Raven, because I think Raven kind of embodies those teenage girl angst and anger, and like, I'm mad at the world. Everything sucks.
Yes.
And that was very big at that time, back in 2003. I know you were a little younger, but that was like the high point of the emo days.
Well, emo was I was emo in middle school, so
okay. And Raven was like this goth emo icon.
Yes. That was, when I had first watched it as a child, Starfire was my favorite. But when I watched it in high school, Raven was where it was at, because emo. I actually bought a wig to cosplay her, but I never ended up doing it.
Dude, you should. That'd be sick.
I know. I should.
Yeah, so like just like you guys, I was extremely heavily invested in the show. Uh, it hurts me so much that it doesn't end. And
Yeah.
yes, Raven was first crush, but like there, man, it's interesting that you mentioned the fluff because I don't remember um nostalgically any of the fluff. I remember only the impact. Like when Raven has to like face her father, or all the dark moments when Robin is facing off against Slade, or even the thing with Terra and Beast Boy, right? Like they like I remember all those like very sentimental, impactful moments because they felt very like human, and it almost seems like there was like two faces to the show. One was writing the fluff, and one was writing like the serious points, you know.
Mhm.
And it's almost as if, let's say, this show was full on in anime. I feel like it could have been something like way even better than what it was because the fluff, I don't want to say would have been fixed, but it would have been adjusted in a way to where it catered to the story rather than just kind of support it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's definitely some more there, and I don't know. I would be down to rewatch it, but I when Waffle said it would kill the nostalgia for you, I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, it might.
Do I really want to do that? Cool.
It's
cool.
always surprised me that they didn't remake Teen Titans because, like, I still feel like it would
Well,
be extremely popular
well.
if they did.
They did remake Teen Titans. I don't know what you're talking about.
A real Teen Titans.
I mean, we could pretend it doesn't exist, but it exists.
I know.
As much as I
That
hate to say it,
abomination. Oh my god.
have you actually watched it?
I've seen like
My
one
cousins
episode.
watched it, so it would be on when I was like watching them.
Man,
It's
I
kind
can't
of
believe
funny.
what they're doing to kids today. Like they're just
Well, yeah, it really sucks.
it's terrible. It's child abuse. Like to be honest,
Exactly.
I'm not going to pull any punches. What
Cartoon
they're
Network
doing
does
is child abuse.
Yeah.
They're abusing the minds of these children
Give them quality content, okay?
with terrible shows. Some of them are great though. There are some great cartoons, but
yeah,
Oh,
we need more of those. Okay, next one, and this is probably gonna be this next one's like I don't think anyone's seen it. The Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World.
Yeah,
Kid with
we
the
need to
gun
watch it.
with a talking bike. So I told 2017, and I asked around about it, and I guess there is differences between the 03 and 17 version. But I feel like the centric idea and themes are still there. I would recommend people watch the 2017 if you want a lot of the mysterious existential type of adventure shows, because I feel like it presents a lot of really great ideas. However, the 2017 I believe kind of fell flat towards the end, so I don't know how good the 2003 would be, but this I think would warrant an actual watch from 03. Aside from the obvious, so this is definitely on a want to watch list. I don't know if it interests you guys at all from what you've heard about it.
Yes.
yeah, I've heard this compared a lot to Musashi. And that's like it's episodic and it explores really deep issues. Each episode kind of explores different issues. I haven't watched it, but that comparison is a pretty strong recommendation.
One way I would kind of frame it for you is that you know how in philosophy you have a lot of philosophical ideas from like Nietzsche, Aristotle, Plato, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, he's traveling from different cities, right? And it's almost like each city encompasses one of those philosophical ideas about the human condition, and then it applies it to a societal level. And yeah, you gotta watch it. Like I really liked it. Definite recommendation for y'all out there. And next one, has anyone seen Tokyo Godfathers? I put this in here. I haven't seen it, but Satoshi Kon wrote it, so
Yeah, I'm waiting for Christmas.
Me too.
okay. You know what? We'll do a Christmas group viewing and then talk about this on the podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, it does look amazing. Like I've been pretty stoked about it. I'm hoping the movie club picks it soon, just so I can get it out of the way and actually get to watch it. Like I wouldn't mind. Satoshi Kon at this point, I'm a fucking fan. Like all he took was one movie, which is The Millennium Actress, and I'm pretty much hooked to him as a director. So
Have you seen Perfect Blue yet?
No.
Oh man,
it's actually
That's the best
it's
one.
almost won twice in the selection process. So
That's the best one.
I'm hoping on this next
yeah,
one it'll
and
win.
don't watch Paranoia Agent. That's my recommendation.
Oh, I did.
I
That
think
was fine. It's
I
not
don't
my
know.
favorite.
If you go in expecting like a normal anime, then you'll be fine.
Mhm.
But if you go in expecting Satoshi Kon, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
There's a couple good episodes though.
It was really
hold on.
strong in the beginning
Yeah,
and the end,
agree.
but like the like third quarter, it's just not a third quarter anime, you know?
Yeah, it was dragging.
It's rough.
Yeah.
maybe I'll watch it just for the sake of just saying I completed it.
Yeah,
Or
it's
see how
fine. I
far
mean,
I
there's
get.
a few really good episodes, so
Yeah, definitely worth it.
but
check
just
out.
don't expect a lot from it.
Yeah, Tokyo Godfathers. Watch it. Next is Wolf's Rain. I know nothing about this, so
Yo, it is so good. I'm in this right now, so I be knowing.
how much do you like it, and what would you compare it to? Like frame it for me in Waffles, because Waffles you've only seen like the first episode, right?
I've seen the first two,
First
just the
two.
beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
Geez, it's hard to compare it. I really, really like it right now. First of all, the production's really good, which it's Bones, so
Ooh,
and Bones
nice.
was good back in the day as well.
Early
Um,
Bones.
The character designs are from the character designer who did Cowboy Bebop, I believe. So it was also good. But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to compare the story to anything because it honestly has an extremely unique story, which is why I'm really enjoying it.
It's not like anything else.
Yeah.
Just what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got werewolves in like this sort of industrial kind of world, which is really weird to begin with, because usually werewolf stories happen in more of like a fantasy world, out in the woods or whatever. And you've also got a lot of gay vibes.
Yes,
Super
it is.
gay.
It is. It does get gay. Well, not officially, I guess, but the writer said that it was. So the writer confirmed it.
The main character is very obviously gay. Like,
yes,
he's a gay tsundere. You can tell from the first episode, like it's so clear. He also wears tight leather outfits, with the shoulders ripped off. Anytime you have a man and he's wearing sleeves that aren't connected to his torso, it's a little questionable, you know?
Yes.
Unless it's like a compression shock type thing on a basketball court, I'm asking questions.
I probably would
Not
too.
that there's anything wrong with that. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. He can be gay. It's fine. It's just, I like to know. That's all.
Yeah, apparently the writer confirmed him and the other character
it's confirmed.
had a deeper relationship.
But yeah, the songs are incredible.
Yo, the intro, that opening is so good.
Oh my god. Like, it's on another level. It's really good.
And yeah, basically it's werewolves trying to get to a place called Paradise, which is like a whole like part of the lore of their universe or whatever. And it's got a lot of mystery and action. I just started it, like I haven't watched it the last 2 days because I was doing other stuff, but like I watched it 2 days in a row and I almost finished, and it's 26 episodes.
Damn.
Because I can't put it down. Like, it's really good.
Well, in the midst of, the conversation, you guys have sparked inspiration in myself, and I know exactly how to bring this show into the modern age. Okay, here it is. Same concept, same idea, but you start in the real world. The person dies, and they wake up in this world. Huh?
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
I'm telling you, it's a moneymaker right there. But in all seriousness, I am going to check this out. I just hit okay, guys. Yeah, I hit want to watch, but I'm not signed in. This is a guest browser, and I do have it on my want to watch list. So you can look at that with my Kitsuke. I'm going to watch this.
I like tweeted about watching it, and like I don't usually get like on average a lot of likes on tweets, but like that one like really blew up. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I love this show. Like, oh, this is one of my favorites. It's so good."
A lot of Fujoshis on Twitter.
Yes, but it has a lot of following. The people that have watched it love it, essentially.
Cool. Well, again, another great recommendation. Next is Bobo.
So this is one that I just wanted to be included in the list. It's not very well received. I don't know why. Okay, because I mean, the guy spends like 5 episodes as a hamburger. Like, this is a great high quality entertainment that's going on. For anyone who doesn't know the premise of this show, basically we have like a totalitarian government who has decided that no one is allowed to have hair. So everyone's getting shaved, and Bobobo does not support this. He loves his hair. His hair is a part of him. So he wages war against this government, and he fights them with his hair, but specifically his nose hairs. So he uses this fighting style called Fist of the Nose Hair to defeat all of his enemies in style. So this is a guy who he looks like jacked Bob Ross but blonde, and he acts like Johnny Bravo.
And isn't like the enemies, aren't they like all named after like food or some shit?
Yeah. It's hilarious. To be honest, I didn't catch a lot of the names because I watched this raw in Japanese. So I was just honestly enjoying like just the visuals. They do like all this hilarious random shit in every episode. Like it's just so random. This show, they're just like, screw the rules. We have nose hairs. It's got crazy stuff. Like all of a sudden they'll be in the middle of a fight. All of a sudden one of the characters' heads will pop open, and there are like little characters inside their brain having like tea or something. Like it's a show that does not care. And I think it was kind of groundbreaking in that way because we didn't really have like these completely random comedies that we have like now, like so shows like Nichijou I think were somewhat influenced by Bobobo.
That's really interesting you frame it like that because that does make a lot of sense of it breaking the norm.
Yeah,
because I remember. Sorry. No, go ahead. I need to clear my throat because my allergies are killing me.
Yeah, well, like even Gintama came out in 2006. Well, I guess the manga came out a little before that, but it picked up. I mean, I don't know if it picked up a lot of it from Bobobo, but it has a lot of random comedy. Like this sounds like it does.
Oh, I'm back. Okay. Yes. It most certainly does. Now, I am not a viewer of the show, I'll admit. However, as a kid,
hey, there's waffles up there.
I know, right? As a kid, I would actively watch, obviously, all my favorites, and I would avoid things I think that look stupid, namely like Hamtaro, Sailor Moon. Yes, fucking kill me. I was a kid, and Bobobo was one of those shows as well. Fortunately, due to a scheduling conflict and due to Toonami's schedule, I ended up watching Bobobo by accident. The episode I saw, I fucking loved as a kid. Even though I initially thought I was going to hate this, it is a joy to watch. Like, if you just want something fun and silly that you can just kind of turn off your brain and just be like, what the fuck is going on? Watch it. Watch it high, on acid, on something, or just sober. Because either way, you probably won't be able to tell the difference between any of those state of minds watching this show.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing is that even though I watched it raw in Japanese, I probably understand the show just about as well as anyone else because it makes no sense. And it's not a show with like deeper meanings or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. They just don't give a fuck.
The way you described it, I was like, is this ADHD, the anime?
Yeah.
You're just fucking all over the place. Cool. Well, on to the next one. Now we're going to get into some more obscure shows, I guess, quote unquote. But you've probably have heard of them. Code Lyoko. Da, 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 da. You guys remember that song? The fucking opening. Code Lyoko.
I've actually watched all of it twice, but I'll go last if you guys have seen it too.
I have not.
I've not seen it.
Cool. I'll give my little 2 cents. So Code Lyoko was my filler show that I would watch every single afternoon coming home from school. In between Pokemon and Digimon, I believe they would insert Code Lyoko into there. So the reason why I never actually finished the show is because for whatever reason back in the day, they would air some of the episodes like they weren't in order sequentially, and you get like random episodes every single day. I don't know why they would do that, but it pretty much killed. It didn't kill the show for me, but it made me not want to continue it because I was just watching random bits of it all over the place. But the the episodes that I did watch that they actually showed them in sequential order for like 2 or 3 episodes, I really liked it. And it is, I would consider this kind of an isekai maybe, but I don't know. It was fun to watch the moments that I did, and it did have some pretty hype ass moments. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this. So Waffles, take it away.
Yeah, I would agree that I would categorize this as an isekai, but it's like it's a form of isekai that we've kind of abandoned now. Similar to Inuyasha, where like this is an isekai where they can go back and forth. It seems like in today's isekai, they get stuck, and that's the show. You know, like they transport, maybe they go back at the very end, but we pretty much forget about the real world once they get transported. That seems to be the isekai trend of today. But yeah, I watched this twice. Once as a kid, just watching random episodes where like I think I probably got like 70% of the episodes, but like you said, I was watching out of order, and I was like, man, these characters' foreheads are enormous. And that's pretty much all I was watching. I also really like Yumi.
Hell yeah.
That was my girl.
Yeah.
Then I rewatched it as a sort of adult. I think I was like 18. So I guess I was still a kid, whatever. But I really liked it. And something that makes this unique is it's actually a French anime.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. I don't know. I've never seen French people with foreheads that big, but
you're just not looking hard enough.
That's honestly my main gripe with the show is not the plot or the voice acting or the CGI or anything like that, which I think all those are actually pretty solid. It's these character models, man. Like, why are their foreheads so fucking big? Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like the eyes in the later 2000 shows, like the KyoAni shows. Like,
Yes.
I don't know why who makes these decisions to just make the forehead so big.
That body dysmorphia.
Other than that, it was a show. If you haven't seen it, it reminded me a lot. It had similar vibes to like Digimon. Like imagine if in Digimon it was easier for them to go back and forth. I know in Digimon they do go back and forth, but sometimes they get a little caught. And yeah, I think it was a show that explored relationships in a way that a lot of the kids shows of that time did not. You know, that they would always like have a crush and it would never be fulfilled. But this was a show where the characters actually like confessed to each other, and we had a lot of tension and some relationship issues. It wasn't real romance, but I don't know. Me watching it as a little kid thought it was.
Yeah, it was for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a show with an adult demographic. It was very young, but yeah, I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, maybe one day I'll have to go back and rewatch. I feel like that's like the tagline for this segment. It's like
maybe I'll go back and
rewatch this. You know,
you won't. You know you won't.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it's almost 100 episodes. Don't bother.
Yeah, that's
if I'm being honest.
And maybe I played it in the background. Anyways, okay, on to the next one. And I just want to say ahead of time, I'm so sorry for these next 3. I only picked them because I distinctly remember them.
I can talk about the second 2. I can't talk about the first one, so that's all you.
Okay.
I don't know these.
Koji no Gashvel. Okay, or Zatchbell. For those of you who don't know.
Oh,
so,
I do know that.
Dude, I know the show. I never watched it.
Okay, Zatchbell came out at a time where I was more so getting into, like I said, getting into the battle shonen type stuff, Dragon Ball Z and shit. I fucking loved Zatchbell, dude. Like, I think it was one of the first shows where power progression was one of the most appealing to me, because so basically you read the spells out of a book, and then the little kid demon would then cast the spell. And so Zatch's abilities were all lightning based. So he would have a lot of lightning, like I think it was like Zangetsu or some shit like that. It started with a Z. But he only had so many. So it was kind of like Pokemon in a way, where they were limited on their moveset, but they could learn new moves as they got stronger. And it was really cool because unlike most battle shonen at the time,
you would just constantly either get like a bunch of random power-ups consistently, or you would just use new abilities out of nowhere, making them not really have any impact. However, in this show, each time you got a new ability, that was a big fucking deal. Like, it was literally game changing. Like, you would ascend to a new level of power. And I was like, as a kid, the way they presented the level up and the application of the ability, at least in my opinion, was done extremely well at the time, right? Like, I remember him getting this multicolored ability that like allowed him to like shoot lightning from the sky or something like that. But I remember him using it for the first time. And what was crazy is that he didn't like master it on the first try. Like, he had to use it a couple times before he actually got it down. And like, there was like weight to like all of it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so dope. And it had one of my favorite like rival characters and with some of the with one of the coolest abilities ever. I forget the character's name, but he's the dark looking one in the top corner of the poster, and he controlled gravity. And the way that they used his gravity abilities was so like he did like an ability that was like a nuclear bomb, but it like imploded the earth and it created like a giant crater just under the weight of the gravity. Like, I remember these fights, and I don't know if it's just the nostalgia talking, but man, I enjoyed it like so much. So maybe one day I'll go back and like watch parts of it. And I know it's like pretty fucking okay. Well, because I do remember the fucking cheesiness of it. But yeah, the closest thing I would relate this to is probably like a Rave Master. Are you guys ever seen Rave Master back in the day?
I know, because that's Mishima, right?
Yeah,
Fairy Tale Writer. Yeah, I've read some of it.
Had a lot of 150 episodes. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I thought it was dope. Like, I really.
I heard people like Rave Master better than Fairy Tale.
Yeah, I would agree.
Huh.
Maybe because it didn't last for like 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
I just want to comment. You mentioned it has something similar to the like Pokemon move set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go completely off topic for a second and just say that did it ever bother you guys how much of the rules of the game they violated in the anime? Like, it's an anime based on a game.
All the fucking
Why are
time.
you breaking all your own rules?
Dude, same with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like
constantly.
Like in fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! did.
He goes attack the moon.
With like
He attacks the fucking moon.
The Pegasus fight when they just like use all the fucking cartoon whatever shit. But yeah, in Pokemon, I remember distinctively there's one fight with the Kingler that uses 8 moves in one battle. That's not okay. You get 4.
That's broken as shit.
4 moves. It uses 8 different moves in one fight.
Dude, so okay.
And then it's not rock, because I mean rock doesn't have a resistance to electricity, but ground. Like the whole thing with the Onyx getting put underwater, and then suddenly it's vulnerable to electricity.
Well, I mean, science.
Like, if that's such a cool idea, why didn't they put that in the game? You know, like if you wet an Onyx, it's vulnerable to electricity, but that's not a thing.
Extra pixels to code, dude. Come on, you should know this. Nah, but like, funny. Speaking of that, actually, for Zatch Bell, they actually were consistent throughout with the abilities.
Nice.
I don't think they ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think they ever
like
broke
it
the
when
rules.
anime follows its own rules. You know.
Yeah. So maybe
stay consistent.
Maybe if me and Waffles are lonely one Friday night, we'll dive into this for a little bit and see what's good with it. Oh man.
Just snuggle up on the couch, watch some Zatch Bell.
Be about it. All right, next one. We got Bakuten Shoot the Beyblade G Revolution.
Oh,
okay. Yo, this is the fucking motherfucking follow-up to the OG Beyblade. This is the sequel to it, which I fucking watched. I didn't give a shit. You know, this show weirdly worked out of order. I don't know how it did it, but I remember Kai. That was my motherfucker. That was the boy.
Dr. Kai just talked about that.
Everybody loved Kai. Like, I remember the lunchtime conversations back in elementary school and middle school. Like, we were talking about how much.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
How much of a G Kai was. You know, it's G Revolution because Kai is a straight up G. Like, he's letting it rip all over the place. Did you guys have Beyblades? Because I had a lot of Beyblades.
Yeah, my brother had Beyblades, and so I used his. I wasn't very good at them, like using them.
I mean, you literally just pull the cord. I don't know what the skill is.
Well, I was also like 5,
so you didn't have the strength.
I didn't. But yeah, my brother had a few. So
I remember I would play with my sister all the time. My sister's a little older than me, but she loved like changing little things to annoy me. So it's on the show. It's 1, 2, 3. No, sorry. It's 3, 2, 1. Let it rip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what when you play in with the toys, it's supposed to be 3, 2, 1. Let it rip, and you let it rip. But she was always say 1, 2, 3. Rip it. But that's not how it goes. It's not 1, 2, 3. Rip it. Okay.
That's some shit I would do.
And she knew it got to me. Oh man.
Oh yeah, Liberty. Beyblades were dangerous.
Yeah, and there were so many kids. I remember in my elementary school, there was this one kid who had modified his Beyblade to put an extra heavy weight.
Oh my god.
So like on the Beyblade, there was a bottom, a top, and a weight in between. And he had like an extra heavy weight, and then he had the Pumpkin King top, which is like it's like these 3 sights basically. And he would spin this thing like just out of an arena. He would just spin it and throw it at people, and it would like it would like draw blood. Like,
God.
Yo, I had that happen to one of mine, dog.
Those you just like toss this top at people.
Holy shit!
In the hallways. You had that happen?
Dude, yeah, because they make them out of plastic now, which is fucking lame. Back in the day, those bitches were solid metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were serious business.
Yeah, that shit was fucking memories on 100. Cool. Thank you guys. I drank a fuck ton of water today, so I really had to pee bad. I was about to piss myself. Anyways, so on to the last one that we're gonna be talking about. Shaolin Showdown.
Speaking of large foreheads.
Exactly. This was my Saturday morning ritual.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yes, I watched it.
I used to really like this show.
Oh my god, this is one of the shows that I remember following up with every single Saturday morning after Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like, this is one of I think the earliest times I was legitimately stoked for a new season of something, and this was like it was just so dope. The different powers, like everything was just so creative about the show. For the time, and yes, it's probably not distinctly an anime. I get it, but this is very, very, very fucking close to it. Like, you really can blur the lines with these two. I mean, when you're airing in between Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon on a weekly basis, you know, you kind of just blend it all together. So in my mind, it stays out there. So I don't know if you guys ever watched this as well on Saturday mornings, but I fucking love the shit out of the show. Raimundo for
I definitely did. I just don't remember a lot of it, but I definitely remember like looking forward to watching it. My brother really liked it, so.
What about
I remember liking the guy with the hat and the Western accent.
Yes.
That was my guy.
Yes.
Yeah, like most of them were like just straight up stereotypes for.
They really were.
Yeah.
Like the one kid is clearly the Asian kid. Like, look, he's fucking yellow. Can we talk about how racist that is?
No.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there were some subtle jabs at certain cultures with the magical items they had. I probably couldn't remember it off my head, but some of them had like interesting powers, and I'm like, so who are they talking about with that shit? You know, it just makes
certain shows just wouldn't be okay if they were released today.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. This I would say is probably one of the because I remember the ending. It had one of the most satisfying endings for a show like this that I remember as a kid, because I really liked how it concluded everything, and it brought it all together, and I was like, oh, I think that was the first time I was like satisfied with the show as a kid. I was like, I accept that. That was a good show. Now, granted, if I rewatched it now, I'd probably be like, oh, this fucking sucks. What the fuck is this shit? But
yeah,
either way, still a good show. Maybe one day I'll sit down with waffles on a cold Saturday night. I will. You can't stop that. Anyways, so that is gonna wrap it up for our yearly review segment for 2003. Yay! Claps if you wanna kiss.
Oh my god. So this is, like I said, this is a new segment. So if there was anything you guys would like to see us improve on, let us know. But we're gonna keep continuing doing this till we hit all the years in anime because we need more content. There's something to talk about. But so let's go ahead and get into what you're all actually here for, is our very mediocre and somewhat uninformed opinions on summer 2019 anime. Which will let's go ahead and jump right into that. Let me pull up my notes real quick that I have for this shit because I am ready to go off on these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I got stuff to say.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start with overall impressions while I'm setting this shit up. Kuro, overall impression so far.
Shit.
All right. Waffles.
I mean, she did it in one word. Damn. I think it's a season with a lot of strong art. I think a lot of the shows have a good aesthetic. Like looking through all of the sample art, like it looks pretty good. But then you dig in a little deeper, and like Kuro said, it's kind of shit. It's a great season for shonen. I think there's going to be a few really strong shonen shows. Which is, in my opinion, I think it'll be an upgrade from this season. This season also had a lot of shonen, but it's a terrible season for isekai. Just, oh my god, there's so many of like the worst isekai that may have ever been made. We'll see how they turn out, but just like the outright pandering of these shows to the lowest common denominator, they're just shameless at this point.
Nix wants to know your location. Oh my god. Man. Okay, cool. Let me zoom in a bit. Whoops, that is not zooming in. That is zooming out. Stupid computer.
But yeah, I am looking forward to a couple at least still.
Okay, cool. So just I don't know. Close one eye and only look at the left side. Anyways, hold on. Let me switch these. Dude. Oh, they put them all in their Japanese names. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. How do you change?
I don't know how to do that.
You have
I
to
usually
log
just
in.
read Japanese. I usually just read the Japanese.
Wait,
names.
no, actually scroll up. You might be able to do it without logging in. It's behind the thing. Preferences.
Preferences.
You just had it.
Oh, there it is. English. Okay, there it is. Okay, perfect.
Click save. Click. Oh, it worked? Did it work?
Yeah.
No, because it would say Demon Slayer, wouldn't it?
I would say Attack on Titan.
You didn't click save.
Come on, you guys keep shitting on the show while I fix this.
Okay, so the first show that we're going to talk about is, I believe, Arifureta, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, well, all right, so there it is. So this is
Wait, hold on. Okay, cool. Hold on. I just want to touch on Is It Wrong real quick.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Danmachi.
Hold! No, stop! Google, no. Bad Google. That was not on purpose. No, Google, stop! Hey, Google. Oh my fucking god.
Google's a big.
Hey, are you talking to your computer right now?
Hey, Google. Stop.
He's talking to Google.
Who is Google?
My Google Home just started playing music out of nowhere. What the fuck?
Imagine if you named your son Google.
Alexa.
Just yelling at your son right now. Google, stop that. Google. What did I tell you?
Oh my god. If you were not in my
no hanging from the ceiling fan.
You would be triggering my thing. Anyways. So Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon 2? I'm excited for it. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I thought the animation looked cute. The girls look cute. And a mysterious fox lady. I'm fucking all about it. Let's fucking go. I don't know if you guys are hyped for this as well.
I never watched. Is it?
Not a chance. I watched like the first couple episodes of the original, but it's just like I think the only reason people are interested in this show is just one thing,
a blue
and
ribbon.
that is Hestia.
Yes.
And I honestly, I've enjoyed the time since her, but it just keeps happening. No matter what, there's going to be some seasonal waifu some little like oh man, I don't know. Whatever. I'm never gonna be able to get away from it. So I just have to accept that she's back
Yeah.
and she's got her weird outfit thing with that. I don't know what that is. What is that little like rope thing that goes around her chest?
The boob ribbon.
What?
Boob ribbon.
A boob ribbon.
A boob ribbon?
Yeah.
Is that a fashion thing? Like Kuro, is that something you go out? Would you wear a boob ribbon? Like what the fuck is that?
I just like how like quick and simple Benji was able to answer like, oh, it's a boob ribbon.
He had that answer on day. He is a fashionable guy when it comes to boob accessories.
I try, have one myself.
Oh my god.
Anyways, okay, so that's enough of that. I'm stoked for it. Arifureta. Okay. Who's better at saying these fucking names?
Arifureta.
Arifureta. Kuro, you are now the namesayer. Okay, go. Say the whole thing.
Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest.
Cool. And each time we're gonna just read the synopsis really quick. So all right, class. So who wants to read the first paragraph for us today?
I'll read.
Okay, good.
All right. I'm going to read it off your stream, so you're going to have to scroll.
Okay.
17-year-old Hajime Nagumo is your average everyday otaku. However, his simple life of pulling all-nighters and sleeping in school is suddenly turned upside down when he, along with the rest of his class, is summoned to a fantasy world. They're treated like heroes and tasked with the duty of saving the human race from utter extinction. But what should have been any otaku's wet dream quickly turns into Hajime's nightmare. While the rest of his class are blessed with godlike powers, Hajime's job, synergist, only has a single transmutation skill. Ridiculed and bullied by his classmates for being weak, he soon finds himself in despair. Will he be able to survive in this dangerous world of monsters and demons with only a glorified blacksmith's level of strength?
I'm watching it just because of how you read that. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, you just fucked yourself, Waffles. You're not reading every single one like that.
All right, I got you.
Dude. This sounds so fucking stupid.
I just want to say, this anime is just straight garbage. It's just put it in the dumpster now. Like, even within the genre of Isekai, like, it's just garbage. Like, I have zero expectations for this. I doubt I'll watch it at all. I watched the teaser. It looks like it completely takes itself too seriously. Reading this description, you would think that they don't, but this is completely serious. Like, you can tell from the trailer, like, this is a show that thinks they're legit. Like, we think we're the shit. Watch our fucking show. Like, and it's so heavy on the CGI, which is okay, but it's just like,
it looked like bad CGI.
It really looks like bad CGI. Like, this is not a show with tasteful CGI.
It's like Shield Heroes CGI.
Yeah. This is like Zoid CGI.
Oh
like,
my god.
What year is this? Like, we just talked about 2003. That doesn't mean we want it in our summer 2019 anime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so these are my honest first reaction notes. I thought I had a cool aesthetic until I saw the characters.
Yeah.
It looks so generic. And the fucking CG, and the guy has two guns. I was like, is this fucking what was that show where the dude, what was that, high school OP dude?
High School DxD or High School
the dude whose sister. Okay, I'm just basically describing every single fucking version of that type of show.
Yeah.
Anime that takes place in a school and it has a dude
that's who's like super popular and overpowered, and his sister likes him,
and there's all these girls around him.
Oh, dude, we should be anime show writers, dude. We'd fucking kill it.
I think I know what show you're talking about, though. I think Lisa did the opening for it.
Yeah.
The Rising Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. I think I've seen that show.
Which is a good opening. It is a great opening.
It was a great opening. Anyways, Kuros, any quick thoughts on this as well?
I just thought it looked like shit. I mean, I watched the trailer and I was just like, wow, these are just nothing but girls with big tits and like they look like lollies, kind of.
Kind of. That's the type. That's you kind of look like. That's how they get you. Yeah. Okay. Scrolling down a bit. Kuro title, Waffles description.
Dr. Stone.
Ooh.
Several thousand years after a mysterious phenomenon that turns all of humanity to stone, the extraordinarily intelligent, science-driven boy Senku Ishigami awakens. Facing a world of stone and the total collapse of civilization, Senku makes up his mind to use science to rebuild the world, starting with his super strong childhood friend Taiji Oki, who awakened at the same time. They will begin to rebuild civilization from nothing. Depicting 2 million years of scientific history from the Stone Age to present day, the unprecedented crafting adventure story is about to begin.
So this Minecraft the anime, that's what I got from this.
Yeah, I actually plan to watch Dr. Stone because it is a Shonen Jump manga that has been out for a few years and is pretty popular. So, and we all know I'm trash. Oh, I've been told not at all. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been out, but I know it's shonen. So I had heard it was really, really good in the beginning, and then people don't like it as much now. But I don't know. It has an interesting premise. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching it. Quick notes that I took. It had a cool soundtrack. Shonen goodness. Oh. Cool designs. I liked it. The character designs look pretty dope. And I was like, yeah, kind of hype. What about you, Wolf? John!
I think it has an interesting concept. It's very original compared to most shonen.
Agreed.
It's not something we've really seen. It's like a mix of post-apocalyptic world and isekai in a way, because it's like a new world. My one gripe with the show is, how did they survive for all that time? What did they say, like 400 years or something?
Maybe they'll explain it.
Yeah, like there's no food, no water, no rest. He's just trapped in a rock, and then suddenly he awakens. Oh, and conveniently his best friend does too. But yeah, I read about the concept, and you could tell from the teaser that basically they awaken this guy who's like, they think he's the most powerful in the world, and then it backfires on them, and he becomes the villain of it. And that's like the show. They're trying to battle this guy who they awaken, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Depending on how they explore it, the regret of their actions, like they might have damned the world with their own actions. It's not something we typically see in shonen. Usually they're just trying to save the world. They're not the ones fucking it up.
Yeah. And like Fakukari says, it'll be I don't know how the science explanations are going to translate from manga to anime. Yeah, that's true. That can really...
Yeah, it's supposed to be really funny.
Oh,
okay.
I've heard.
Well, never mind. I always expect everything to be serious.
It's supposed to be really funny. Like, I've seen some of the faces they make in the manga, and they're pretty funny, actually. So.
I just want some badass battles. I need some hypeness.
I'm sure it's a mix of both. Like, it's really hilarious, and then
I hope it is.
It doesn't have the comedy tag then.
Yeah, that's interesting. Which there's another show here that I don't know why the fuck it's called shonen. Anyways, on to the I don't even want to Kura, I can't. Just go.
Isekai cheat magician.
Nishimura Taichi and his friend Rin are transported into a fantasy world. While in their previous world, Taichi is a normal person who just has higher than average reflexes.
Kirito?
Both he and Rin gain high levels of physical and magical ability and begin their new life as magicians.
Holy fucking shit. Okay. I just want to fucking say, I was like, okay, cool. Like, you're self-aware, right? But when they call... Okay, first of all, they were like, okay, earth, wind, water, fire. I'm like, okay, what are they going to call people? People that can use all four are quad magicians.
But then when the Fire Nation...
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck? And then, but then they were like, but people who don't use one of the four elements, they're called unique magicians. Woo, what the fuck, dude? Like, they're not even trying. They're not even fucking trying anymore.
Yeah, I hate those designs too. They look so stupid.
It's like they took the worst part of SAO and made it into an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the trashiest show of the season. Like, it just has everything. Like, this is what I was thinking of when I said that this season is really pandering to the lowest common denominator. Because we have, like, it's just every basic trope. And then the fan service... If you watch the trailer for this, it looks like it's going to be just completely shameless fan service, but it's not the type that like knows what it is. Like I know you said they're self-aware with the titling, but they still seem to, they're trying to put out a quality product. They don't seem to be aware of how shit this product is.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's astounding. So, in honor of this show, I'm gonna do an isekai count. Right over
All
here.
right, we're at
2?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 and counting.
There you go.
we've done 4 shows and we're at 2 isekai.
Yeah, 50% are isekai. What the fuck? Okay. Anyways, let's go on and put next one.
Fire Force.
Terror has paralyzed the clockwork metropolis of Tokyo. Possessed by demons, people have begun to burst into flame, leading to the establishment of a special firefighting team, the Fire Force. Ready to roll on a moment's notice to fight spontaneous combustion anywhere it might break out. The team is about to get a very unique addition, Shinra, a boy who possesses the unique power to run at the speed of a rocket, leaving behind the famous Devil's footprints and destroying his shoes in the process. Can the Fire Force discover the source of this strange phenomenon and put a stop to it, or will the city burn to ashes first?
Question mark. I'm hyped for it. Definitely saw the preview trailer. The dude who wrote Soul Eater is doing this, so hopefully they don't do him like they did him with the Soul Eater anime, where they use a courage punch to sum everything up. Spoilers. But like I want a full production, which it looks like what we're getting, and I want the story to like actually finish the way it was supposed to. So, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty badass. Kuro?
The trailer made me laugh because I was just like, I didn't really know about Fire Force, so I just jumped into the trailer and I was like, are these firefighters? Like, is this Firefighter the anime? Oh, it made me laugh. I don't know if I'm actually going to watch it or not, because I don't really feel like watching too much this season, and it doesn't particularly interest me that much. So,
I mean,
if I hear it's really good, then I might. But
I'll watch it for you. And yes, I do. Yeah, the manga is still going on, but I just don't want an anime original ending. Fuck that. Don't give me that. Just give me a cliffhanger, please.
Yeah.
Waffles.
And it's nice that it's already confirmed for the 2 core.
Oh fuck yeah.
I had the opposite impression of Kuro when I was watching the trailer, which so I actually like got her live reaction to it, and I was just like, wait, how are we watching the same thing right now?
Yeah,
exactly. Like I really like the character designs. I really like the color palette. I think it's a unique concept that we haven't really seen.
It is a unique concept. Yeah, that's true.
Which, I mean, granted, just because something's unique doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
That's important. But it does make it more interesting because it's not something we've seen before. And then the aesthetic really reminds me of My Hero Academia, which isn't a good thing necessarily, but I think it'll give it mass appeal. And this is honestly my pick for that like consensus anime of the season. I think this is going to have a pretty big following.
I could definitely see that. I've already seen hype for it on Twitter.
Yeah. And I think it's like it's going to be quality action, which I'm not a big action fan, but I'm probably going to watch this one. This will probably be the show I watched. I mean, Vinland Saga, we're going to talk about next. I'll also watch that, but this is like the type of show I wouldn't usually watch, but I like the aesthetic, so I'm going to give it a chance.
Nice.
Maybe I'll watch the first episode.
On to the next.
Vinland Saga. Hypest word of season.
Oh, sorry. For 1,000 years, the Vikings have made quite a name and reputation for themselves as the strongest families with a thirst for violence. Thorfinn, the son of one of Vikings' greatest warriors, spends his boyhood in a battlefield, enhancing his skills in his adventure to redeem his most desired revenge after his father was murdered.
Quick thing. Woo! I want to say, this show gave me Arslan Senkai? Arslan Senkai? Yeah, Arslan Senkai vibes. Which I fucking loved that show. I've been wanting an adventure anime for a while, and I think this is gonna satiate that so much. Kura?
Yeah, I had heard of Vinland Saga manga for quite a long time. I had planned to read it. I just have never gotten around to reading it. But I've heard it kind of as one of those cult classics, like along the lines of basically like Berserk, Vagabond, Vinland Saga, and Kingdom. Like those were the 4 like cult classics I always hear about. They're not necessarily the same type of stories, but just in general cult classics.
Yeah.
So I had heard the anime, planned to watch it. I'm very excited for it. I was only worried because it is such a highly acclaimed manga that the anime adaptation may be disappointing. But it's Wit doing it. They do a pretty decent job with stuff. I thought the trailer looked fine. So hoping it just ends up being an actual good adaptation of the story. I don't think the story will be the issue at all. So
Waffles.
As soon as this was announced, it's been my most anticipated show of the year. I'm sorry, Carol and Tuesday. But so I am super hyped for this show. I have read most of the manga, not all of it. I have not finished, but I know it has incredible source material. And the animation I thought looked a little bit subpar. Just like
agreed.
Not the art looks great and they're moving a lot of things, but just it doesn't look as smooth as I would hope, which kind of it makes me feel like the fans are going to be disappointed no matter what, because it's one of those shows, like Kuro said, it has a really big cult following. And it's very highly regarded, and I think that's kind of the reason why it hasn't been picked up for a while, and that's also why I think things like Pun Pun and Vagabond haven't been adapted, because it's so hard to please these people. But the fight scenes are still going to be great. The plot's going to be great. It's really, the source material is so good, it's going to be hard to fuck up.
Nice. Yeah, and the these 2 comments in chat, like, you guys are saying you don't know where they're gonna end the adaptation. That's a good sign. That means that the story's fucking great and it flows. There's no artificially generated stop point. You know what I mean? With some stories where they're like, okay, cool, this is where this narrative ends, and then break, and then next narrative. You know, fuck, I haven't been reading my notes that I took, but basically I put hype music, craving an actual anime adventure that isn't a fucking isekai. This looks good. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. And on to the next one.
Do you love your mom and her 2 hit multi-target attacks?
Masato thought he was part of a random survey, but when he gets involved in a secret government scheme, he winds up trapped in the game world. Even more surprising, his mother's there too.
Oh my god. I hate this.
Well, looks like that's another one for the isekai count.
Woo! 3 isekai.
There we fucking go. Holy shit. I got covered up for a sec.
Oh,
so,
man.
Ara indeed. Fuck this show. Cash grab. And why? I'm done. Fuck this. Anime's canceled.
Yeah.
Or isekai's
Well, it's
canceled.
a typical isekai harem cast.
With your mom.
But with the kid's mom. Yeah, the mom's there.
We haven't seen that.
It could be
before.
interesting depending on how they use the mom, like how central the mom is. Because there aren't too many anime that center around parenting or like, you know, parent-daughter or parent-son relationships. I don't have very high expectations at all, but it could be interesting.
Liberty in the chat.
I know,
Mom
right?
is gonna watch her son fall on those harem titties.
Exactly.
That could be interesting if mom gives her son some dating advice.
Yeah.
Mom helps her son pick best girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it better be super fucking funny to justify this bullshit. Anyways, on to the next one.
Takagi-san, the master of teasing 2. So
there is no synopsis, which I went ahead and looked up the show. And in my notes, I have a pretty so I referenced a bunch of resources and spent a good amount of time gathering information, which led to me getting this final conclusive statement about this show that has no synopsis. So are you guys ready?
There's a big lead up. A little drum roll.
Cut. Kid teases other kid. That is the fuck. I'm not even bullshitting. That's the fucking show. The boy teases the girl. That's it.
That's all this show is. It's clearly it seems like it's a type of Iyashike. Iyashike?
Aishikai. I don't know how you actually pronounce it.
Yeah,
Do
Iyashike.
comedies count though? Because I feel like this is just like a pure comedy.
I honestly
Yeah, I think it's a slice of life comedy.
no. When I
Yeah.
was looking at it, it seemed more light-hearted drama slice of life than comedy. Honestly,
Mm.
I don't know. Wait, I just read the tags. I wasn't even reading the tags when I said that. Yeah. So I mean, I'll fucking know. Why would you watch this? This is boring. Maybe if you like that type of stuff.
I've heard some people say.
I know some people like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that they like it, but I've heard it's also kind of really repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
can see it.
I just said kind of really, which makes no sense. But anyway,
I mean, neither
Yeah.
does a
so
kid teasing
if you
another
can
kid.
deal with the repetitiveness, it's supposed to be kind of a cute comedy in the similar way of like Asobi Asobase, or Asobase. I don't know, but
Mhm.
It's all good. We're all bosses today. All right.
oh yeah.
Next one. Good luck with that shit.
Oh God. All right. Kawaikereba hentai domo suki ni natte kuremasu ka.
Okay, you did that way better than I thought you would. I'll give you
Well
props for that.
The romantic comedy begins when a love letter arrives out of the blue for Kaiki Kiryu, an ordinary high school student who has never had a girlfriend as long as he has been alive. The letter does not include the sender's name, but the letter does include white panties. In the process of investigating who could be his Cinderella who left behind her panties, Kaiki discovers every candidate is uniquely perverted and desperately interested in having him participate in their perversion.
Oh my God.
This is why God will never return to Earth. We've already been forsaken.
Oh man.
Dude.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, you know what was funny is that I was already thinking, dude, is this Cinderella with panties? And then they used it in the show's tagline, and I was like, alrighty then. This is a show.
Cinderella with panties.
I don't know. Do you guys have any shred of insight on this at all?
No.
This show is super pervy, super trashy. It's definitely a hard skip for me. There's no chance I'm even watching the first episode. But I will say the eyes look incredible. For anyone who watched Gridman, you know who I'm talking about. Rika.
Yes.
So
For sure.
the eyes are honestly on like a Rika level.
Yeah, they did. I remember the
Yeah.
show.
I think.
Very interesting eyes.
Yeah. I think what really
So
gets me
I'm
most.
excited to see the art.
Yeah,
you know,
that'll be
maybe
dope.
fan art and screen caps, but there's no shot I'm stepping foot into this one.
Yeah.
This is a no-fly zone for me.
Yeah, I think apart from everything, the one thing that really I was just like, what the fuck was that they're showing all the girls that could potentially have given him the panties, and like the sisters just explicitly presented, like it's not even like an implicit thing, you know, like where they're even alluding to her being possibly. They're just saying, oh yeah, she could have given you your panties. She kind of wants to fuck you. And I was like, all right, well, that'll do something for people, I guess. I just hope to God they're not actually related. Anyways, let's forget about that.
Cinderella, but with panties instead of a shoe.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe the next show will be more of an innovation on the space of anime. Let's go. Kuro.
Maou-sama. Retry.
The story centers on Akira Uno, a regular guy who works at a company that manages an online game. He often plays the game as his character Mao, or Dark Lord. But one day when he logs on, he is whisked into the game's fantasy world as his character. There, he meets a one-legged girl and begins his adventures alongside her. But as he is a powerful Dark Lord, various nations and holy maidens journey to defeat him, and he stirs up trouble everywhere he goes.
Isekai.
Isekai count is now at a 4. Yep. Thank you.
That's number
Appreciate
4.
you that.
Mm.
Are you fucking dude? Are they just look at that? That's Rim. That's fucking Rim. That's blonde Rim. Like,
It is
Oh my
blonde
god, I didn't even notice that.
Rim. It is blonde rim.
holy
Blind
shit.
Rem is in this show.
Look at
Yo,
it.
does anyone else hate that guy's face? Like the design?
Man, I don't know. This show
It's
is
just unsettling.
there isn't much in terms of the trailers and stuff, but it seems like total trash. So let's just assume that it is.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll-
they're not even trying.
we'll
They need to
just-
retry.
Oh, my
for
notes.
this
My notes
show.
for this. What was my notes? My notes for this was a fucking other one. All right.
Yep, not much to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on to down here. All right. Cool. Ready, Kuro, and 6, 7, go.
A certain scientific accelerator.
After protecting Last Order at the cost of much of his power, Accelerator now finds himself dragged into a new conflict in the form of a sinister organization called Disciplinary Action, which plots to use Last Order for a dangerous mission. Now that they have set their plan into motion and are in pursuit of the young girl, it's up to the world's most powerful ESPer and his newfound companion, Estelle Rosenthal, to protect Last Order and defend Academy City in the process.
All right. Fuck, man.
There's a lot of dumping in that description.
You need
a lot of names and terms.
you need to watch everything that's come out before this. Like, you're not gonna enjoy this at all if you haven't recently seen everything, because the amount of references that they do to, like, the amount of callbacks that they do is insane. If it's anywhere remotely close to what Index 3 was, it's so fucking crazy. To even to understand abilities. Like, you can't even appreciate abilities that much unless you've seen the majority of the show, because everything that they do, like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, any interaction that happens, there's a backstory to it that you would know if you watched all the prior series to it. So, fortunately, this looks better than Index 3 from the trailer that I saw, but I think a lot of people are going to be turned off by it because you're going to be lacking critical information the entire time, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are caught up for it, but
No, I've never watched any of them.
how about you, Waffles?
No, I have not.
Yeah,
The song in the trailer was a banger though.
it was
Yeah.
a banger.
It was a banger.
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. So hopefully there's someone out there that can watch it and enjoy it. Because okay, to be honest, I was super fucking excited for this show to come out about 7 years ago. So yeah. Anyways, on to the next one.
If it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord.
Dale is a cool.
Well, hold up. His name's fucking Dale.
Dale.
I didn't notice
His
that.
name's Dale. Dale is a cool, composed, and highly skilled adventurer who's made quite a name for himself despite his youth. One day, on a job deep in the forest, he comes across a little devil girl who's almost wasted away. Unable to just leave her there to die, Dale takes her home and becomes her adoptive father. Devil or not, Latina. Wait. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. Devil or not, Latina is beyond adorable. And the adventurer soon finds himself head over heels with being a parent. But why was she out in the forest to begin with? And why does she carry the mark of a criminal?
This show has the greatest names since La Latina ripoff. That's from Gate, that anime, the Gate,
right?
Where they go into Oh my fucking god. Wait, hold on. Shit, where are my notes for the last one? Oh yeah, my notes are basically what I said. Anyways, for this, so for this daughter one, the one I thought would be an isekai isn't. Well, looks boring to be honest. Not my taste. Guy takes care of Kawaikereba. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I hate the voice actor for the little girl. And also, I don't know if I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed, like, anime that have those like red cheeks and elbows and shoulders, they're usually correlated with something else that's bad. So this is a hard no for me. Also, I think this is one of those shows where, like, given the way that they animate the daughter and the dad, like, and the way that they described her as beyond adorable, this show is going to have either the worst plot, the most, like, unacceptable, like, disgusting plot, or it's going to have the worst dojin. And I just want to stay as far away from both of those as possible. So this is a triple nope for me.
But doesn't the plot read just like an isekai though?
It really does.
I really thought it was going to be an isekai.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. That shit's cancer. It's invading our brains. Holy shit.
All right, next.
Magical Senpai.
I encountered her, a cute but weird senpai. Magic loving but stage fright addled, this senpai comes with a failure rate of 100%. But you can't take your eyes off her. The off-color magical gag manga that's caused an uproar all over Japan is finally here. Here's to non-athletic hobbies.
I wonder why it's called Sempai. Is that like a play on words or something?
That confuses me too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a funny, like, does it mean failure or something? Like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
But referencing my notes real quick, lewd comedy magician looks interesting. Watching this with my door closed.
Yeah. I mean, this one is shameless fan service, but it knows what it is and it isn't afraid to laugh about it. Like, this is a show that knows that it's shit. Like, listen to that description. You know, like they know what they are. And I would compare it to Ao-chan Can't Study this season. It's not a quality show, but it's a show that knows exactly what it's doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a watch it.
With the door closed.
Yeah, with the door closed. Okay, next one.
Lord El-Melloi 2 Case Files, Rail Zeppelin Grace Note.
I'm not going to read it. It's an adaptation of the original.
Apparently, when I was reading about it, it's like associated with Fate Zero because I think it has the character Waver in it.
Yeah,
You've seen Fate Zero? Yeah,
it's after Zero and before Night. That's the where they
another Fate.
Yeah, as much as they try to hide that it's a Fate series,
it's a Fate series.
It's a fucking Fate series. Which, just like the Index, you gotta watch every fucking other thing to get what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I just stopped at Zero because none of them are as good as Zero. So
that actually changes my take then, because I was watching the trailer and I was like, "What is this? A Fate clone?"
Even Fate clones are relevant to the Fate series.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna watch this.
Like, yeah, not either.
Just straight up no. Okay. Cool,
all right.
Yeah. Basically, that.
How heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
Hibiki, are you fat again? A friend's cruel words which cut like a knife into the heart of Hibiki Sakura, a high school girl who loves to eat. Hibiki decided to go on a diet to be absolutely thin by summer vacation, but she cannot keep exercising right alone. That's when Hibiki found herself before a training gym. Upon joining the gym, Hibiki meets her beautiful and charismatic student council president, Akemi Soryuen, and steps into the intense yet enjoyable world of weight training.
Sold. I'm fucking sold.
This is gonna be great. I'm calling this right now. This is the ecchi of the season,
dude. I'm gonna watch this because they are like, we're getting working out in an anime. I love to work out, and I watch people work out on YouTube all the time. So now I get it in my anime. Like, hell yeah! Like, fuck yeah! I'm all about this shit. You know,
I'm not gonna watch it, but the trailer was super self-aware and like was just. I don't know. I didn't hate it, so.
I feel it. I don't know.
It knows what it is.
It does know what it is, but the one thing I do actually appreciate about it is that they were showing all the lifting that they were doing, and it seemed very realistic. Like,
right.
It was like, you know, what you would normally see in a gym, except with big anime titties. So.
Yeah. So hopefully this gets all the otaku into, you know, working out.
Yeah.
And weightlifting, and it
makes them healthier. So positive impact on the world, saving lives.
This is a positive impact of big anime titties. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, next one.
Naka no Hito Genome. Jikkyouchuu.
Iride Akatsuki has unlocked hidden content in the game he's playing.
No.
Naka no Hito Genome. And it turns out that this content is a real life game.
No.
He soon wakes up to find out that he has been kidnapped and taken to a strange place along with a number of other teammates. Each of them specializes in a certain sort of game, like cultivation games, fighting games, puzzle games, etc. A llama-headed a llama-headed teacher gathers them after level 1 is cleared to explain how the game will proceed. Will this group of gamers succeed or make it back to their real lives?
Okay, so this isn't technically an isekai.
No, this is an isekai.
So I'll put a
They
point.
just said make it back to their real lives. That counts for
0.5.
me.
We'll give it a half. So it's a 4.5.
Yeah, it's at least a half.
Yo, can we talk about those face like animations, like the two faces in the corner though?
Dude, those are gamer faces, okay? Don't discriminate against my people. Okay, gamers rise up. Gamers in the chat, rise up now. We shall not be oppressed.
Because there's so much oppression on gamers. You know?
So much
Yeah.
oppression, dude. With a new minority.
Yo, this sounds so funny.
I'm gonna watch it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna watch it. I'll let y'all know how it is.
It sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah, Dong Rappa clone. Yeah, but that's what it seems like. The first thing that came to my head was Assassination Classroom, but I
That's
think it's
what I
more
thought
closer
too.
than that. Yeah, because it's
Right.
like you have some weird ass teacher and then some weird ass kids and doing weird ass shit, which
Yeah.
sounds kind of fucking weird. Paul
Mhm.
Champ.
Yeah, I love how they talk about kidnapping the kids like it's no big deal. Like,
Yeah.
let's just kidnap some children.
Yeah, just
Kidnap some children.
fucking kidnap the ass. All right.
They can play some games.
You want to play a game? All right.
That's
Next.
not okay.
Next one.
Astra lost in space.
The year is 2061, when space travel is now possible and commercially viable. Shout outs to the Rocket SpaceX program. And the students of Caird High School embark on their planet camp. But soon after Group B5 arrived at their planetary campsite, a mysterious and unforeseen sentient light sphere warps its 9 members into outer space, stranding them 5,012 light years away from their home planet. With the discovery of an old unmanned spaceship nearby, the students must stay strong, manage their limited resources, and remain united in the darkness of space, so that all of them can survive their long and likely perilous trek back home aboard the Astra.
Does this count as an isekai?
I think
Whoa,
they're getting teleported.
whoa.
It's sort of, maybe. It's as much of an isekai as Escaflowne, because technically they were just getting transported to the moon.
True.
Yeah.
We'll leave it no isekai.
Yeah, we
Give
won't
it another
add.
0.5. We're at 5.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Just fucking. Well, hold on. Let me see. We'll do a
Lurch is-
plus.
No, wait. So a isekai is another world, right? And when you think of the world, what is that? Like, what is the world?
5 plus 0.5.
Plus 5.
What is the world, right? What is the world?
I guess. Or they're trying to get back to the original world. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm
technically-
saying. So the world is the Earth. They're getting teleported away from the Earth,
So, yeah.
5,000 light years
Okay,
away.
I'm not
So
on here to
it's
do
another
math.
world.
Okay,
It's an isekai.
fuck you in your mouth. Anyways, I'm gonna watch this. I read the pilot for the manga when it first came out, and I really liked it. It presents its concept in a very interesting way, and I think it has potential. I honestly haven't really heard too much about it, but I'm also stoked for the animation. Yes, we do get a CG person, but they're the same people that did Radiant, and I really loved Radiant's animation, and I think they can definitely kill it with this. And it's another French animated show.
Nice.
Oh, interesting. The French have been doing shit.
Yeah, the French are definitely doing shit
They're killing it.
in the anime world.
Mhm.
All right.
I like space stuff, so I'll probably check it out.
Sure.
I won't.
Yeah, go, Kuro.
Are you lost?
Because of a plane crash, starting today, we're spending the springtime of our lives on a desert island. There's nothing here, so we have to make everything and eat everything. Ugh. Check out our high school girl survival story of courage and knowledge. We're actually doing pretty well. This will include how to eat cicadas, how to build traps, a simple allergy test, and how to eat hermit crabs.
Oh my god.
So I haven't been reading my notes, but I definitely need to read my notes for this one. So my notes for this is it's Astra, but gay and on an island. That's pretty much what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Minecraft with tits. Yeah, I like that one better. Oh my god. No, I'm not watching this. This is
Me neither.
no.
This show is just such trash. It's like they're stranded on an island, but none of them seem to care. They're all like having fun and playing games. It doesn't feel like a survival situation at all.
At all.
But
Yeah.
at least it's a short, at least it's only 12 minutes. But I have to say, like, if you're watching this, I think you are lost. So
Pretty much. And if you watch this while you saw After Lost, that make okay, that joke's not going anywhere. Anyways, let's just move on. Go ahead.
To the abandoned sacred beasts.
the democratic nation of Patria was created on the continent of Patria. Because of economical disputes, the country split north and south, creating the Northern Union of Patria and the Southern Confederation of Patria.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I'm going to say Patria.
Yeah.
And waged a long civil war. This is sounding very familiar.
Keep going.
With the numbers dwindling, the North decides to use forbidden technology in order to defeat the South. This technology turns humans into slaves, and Abraham Lincoln. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
This technology turns humans into monster-like soldiers, giving them almost godlike powers. And with those powers, the long war came to an end, and peace was restored. I'm not going to read the second half.
Dude, yeah, there's no point. Look how fucking long the description is. Okay, I have a couple theories on this. Okay, I think there's a really rich fanboy that paid MAPPA a huge ass fucking check to animate this, and this is some kind of a metaphor for Korea in some way. And they're a fan of Afterlost for whatever fucking reason, or Fairy Gone, that fucking show. If you read the synopsis for Fairy Gone in this, they literally are word for word. So,
with all the shows Mappa's been doing, I'm surprised they're doing a show like this that doesn't sound very good.
You gotta pay the bills. You gotta pay the bills. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do what you can to make that money.
I guess.
You feel me?
Sarzan ain't successful enough, I guess.
I know, right? Waffles. Why?
I don't know. I mean, it's just just the Northern Union and the Southern Confederation. Come on now.
Dude, I know that was the other thing I was thinking too. I was like, is this okay, come on.
And then we're talking about, creating these slave battle people or whatever. Like, I don't know. It might be a reference to Korea, but it feels like a Civil War reference of America to me.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people saying it's a copy paste of Fairy Gone.
Yeah,
which it probably is.
It very much so is.
Avoiding this one.
Oh, okay. Next one.
Oh, Maidens in your savage season.
The girls in a high school literature club do a little icebreaker to get to know each other, answering the question, "What's one thing you want to do before you die?" One of the girls blurts out, "Sex." Little do they know, the whirlwind unleashed by that one word pushes each of these girls with different backgrounds and personalities onto their own clumsy, funny, painful, and emotional paths toward adulthood.
How is this a shonen?
So they're trying to have sex.
I don't know. I guess they're talking about sex, exploring their sexuality.
Okay, can I okay, I'm gonna read you my notes, but you need to remember, I watched the preview before I saw the notes, or before I read the description. Okay, so my notes do not reflect my actual whole viewpoint. Okay, I wrote cool animation, interesting premise, slice of life. Shonen question mark. I was kind of for this show a little bit, but that description just kind of kills it for me.
It could be, depending on how they explore this issue, it could be a good show for young women to watch if like they actually talk about things women go through during like puberty or something.
Kuro, you're on this shit.
It could be something that advocates for different issues that girls face and makes light of them and encourages them to be more open about what they're going through. But it's not going to be any of that. This is going to be trash. Let's be honest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Copcraft.
15 years ago, an unknown hyperspace gate opened over the Pacific. Beyond this gate lies Reto Samani, Benji,
Sorry.
A strange alternate world where fairies and demons live. San Teresa City, a city where over 2 million immigrants live from both worlds. As a result, these are the haves and the have-nots. Here is the world's newest city of dreams, but in the shadow of the chaos, crime is rampant. Drugs, prostitution, weapon trafficking. The detectives who stand up to these heinous crimes are in the San Teresa City Police. When the detective Kei Matoba and the alternate world knight Tirana, two individuals who differ in gender, personality, and even world of origin, meet, an incident erupts. Two worlds, two justices. From this, the curtain rises on a buddy police action story.
What did I put? What did I call this? I call it Bad Battle Blood Blockade. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so Gate in LA.
Gate, but in LA.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. No. I don't even gotta justify that. What about you guys? I don't know if you're gonna.
I'm gonna give this a try.
Please let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I don't like.
Hello? Waffles?
Oh, no.
Waffles? Hello?
Oh no.
No, you're good.
there he
You're
is.
back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be my make or break is how they treat the girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just like you said, it sounds like Gate. It sounds like Battle Blood Blockade, which was fucking fantastic. So my expectations for this show is pretty much non-existent. So anyways, on to the next one.
Bem.
I fucked this up, sorry.
Benji, scroll up. Scroll up, Benji.
There, I fixed it.
Oh, I can't. I have to reload. Hang on. I think my stream froze. All right. So Bem is about to be talked about. Okay. Three monsters. Bem, who looks like a gangster. Barrow, who looks like a boy. And Bara, a witch, act as agents of justice, hoping that they will be allowed to become human. Several episodes involve them protecting a young boy. The style of animation is fairly distinctive and the storylines not without interest.
If you have to explain the animation
Yeah, that's
and storyline,
weird.
that's a yikes.
Yeah, no one puts that in a description. And also, if you're going to use a word, don't use not without interest. Like, that's like saying someone asked you about, a wedding you went to. And you're like, oh, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, basically.
Or you ask about a girl.
This is
It's not
people
ugly.
saying this like about their own creation. It's like, so I guess it's more like someone saying, oh, how you doing, raising your kid? And he's like, he's okay. I don't hate him.
He's alive.
People.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this is classified as a horror? Oh man, this is gonna be straight trash.
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting from the like character designs and like the cover art, but then when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh no, this doesn't look good.
I actually, as much as I hate the description, I liked the trailer. Like the jazz song was such a banger.
The
That was
song
the
was
only
my
that
God.
was the only good part. The second half was
The
trash.
song was good.
It was the best song out of all of the trailers.
Yeah,
It was
but
so
the
good.
second half of that trailer was trash because it went
Let's
into
pretend
symbols.
that didn't happen, okay, Benji? That
Okay.
never happened.
Oh, I'm totally
There was no
watching this
second
then.
half.
There was no second half.
There
Yeah,
was none.
fucking
It wasn't
anime of
good.
the season. Next one.
Wasteful Days of High School Girl.
One day, out of boredom, Tanaka decided to give her classmates nicknames based on their quirks. Her friend Sakuchi became Ota for her nerdy interest, and her other friend Sagino Miya became Robo because of her expressionless personality. In retaliation, her friends decided to name Tanaka Baka. These are the ridiculous days of three high school friends claiming, or not, the height of their youth.
Don't
Skip.
care. So
More like wasteful days, more like waste of time.
so because this is
Yeah.
so boring, so apparently like General Frances is saying so there was a 2006 series before that Bem series, so
Interesting.
be
So
a,
moving on.
cult following maybe.
Granbelm.
The story takes place in a world that long ago featured the existence of magic, but has long since lost that ability. The story begins when the very normal high school student Mangetsu Kohinata meets Shingetsu Ernesta Fukami, who has migrated back to Japan from Germany on a night with a full moon.
So,
This one I'm really excited for.
Yes. So at first I was like, magical girls. It's been a minute. And then I was like, magical girl mecha. You fucking got me.
Yeah.
You fucking got me. I'm in.
Sojo Mecha? Let's go.
Nexus, take me on this ride. I'm fucking hyped.
The art style is I'm feeling it. The color palette it just pops on the screen.
color palette.
There's a lot of pink, purple, green, like that. I'm feeling this one.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since it seems very Gundam inspired.
Yeah.
The mechs though, the mechs are very different from most mechs. I don't know if you noticed, but they're like really short.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it seems like they're based off of so Gundam has a chibi series.
Oh.
So they all look like that.
Okay. But it could be cool because a lot of women say that they're not really into mecha. It can be kind of intimidating to get into as a female. And so this could be something that helps get more women into mecha.
Mm-hmm.
Kuro?
I mean, I don't like mecha, but some of my favorite shows are mecha. So
Hell yeah.
No.
All right. Next.
ooh, I'm so excited for this one. Given.
Ritsuka played guitar but has lost his interest in the instrument. One day he meets Mafuyu, who is holding a broken guitar. Ritsuka unwillingly starts teaching Mafuyu the guitar, but when he hears Mafuyu's voice, things suddenly begin to change for Ritsuka.
Ooh, okay. I need to talk about this one so badly.
Go for it.
So it's a shonen AI. It is gay. It is also, I read this manga about a year ago. So it's the first time I actually get to see a shonen AI manga get adapted after I read it. So I'm very excited. It is really good. I really like the story. It's super sweet, and the animation looks great. And I'm excited to hear the music that they do. And it just looks like it's going to be really good. So I'm excited.
Nice.
I think this is going to be a hidden gem for sure.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are not going to want to watch it because of the gay stuff. Like it's super gay. I've heard there's no butt stuff, but there's some gay tongue.
There's some smooches. There's some
tongue wrestling. Yeah. There's some but this is probably going to be my first yaoi ever.
Yeah.
I'm taking a chance with this because of the incredibly accurate playing animations. Like as a guy who plays guitar, it really looks like they're playing. They took a lot of attention to detail with the way that they're fingering the instruments and the way that they're fingering each other. Sorry. I mean, anyway, it could be one of the best band anime since Beck, or maybe the only band anime since Beck. I don't know if that's really a thing.
K-On!
Come on.
I haven't seen K-On!, but
did Lurch? Yeah, Lurch is the French studio too. So.
Yeah, Assassination Classroom is their big one. And
yeah,
Asobi.
I just wanted to check it out real quick. But yeah, that description basically reads like a gay romance if you replace guitar with heart and voice with dick. So
yes. Hey, they don't. There's been no butt stuff in the manga, so
yet.
But it's not done. Yeah, it's not done. So they're good.
Still got time.
It is tagged. So like, if it's tagged as a yaoi, that means there will be sex in it. And the manga is tagged as a yaoi, so.
Kuro's just
but
but
the anime, the anime is tagged as shonen AI, and they oftentimes do not adapt full on
Good
yaoi.
to know.
Yeah,
Right.
any gay anime probably doesn't have the sex in it because they don't ever adapt that part ever.
See, next.
Kochoki Wakaki Nobunaga.
The series is a historical drama aesthetically and boldly adapting the life of Oda Nobunaga in his teens up to his time as a warlord against his brother Nobuyuki.
So, only 3 things are certain in life: death, taxes, and anime about Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Not watching it, but we got another one nobody asked for.
We just had one this season.
We have one
right
almost
now.
every fucking season.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But whatever, someone's gonna watch this for some fucking reason.
There must be people in Japan who just love Nobunaga.
Yeah.
They just love him so much.
Yeah. Who would be our Nobunaga would be like Abraham Lincoln, huh?
Yeah.
Or MLK.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Huh. All right.
Street corner demon.
Awakening her dormant abilities as the devil one day, Yuko Yoshida, aka Shadow Mistress Yuko, is entrusted with the mission to defeat the Light Clan Shrine Maiden, a magical girl by her ancestor Lilith. Yuko meets magical girl Momo Chiyoda through her classmate Anri Sada and challenges her to a duel, but quickly loses due to her lack of strength. Since then, Yuko has struggled with her role as a devil and her duel with Momo, and borrowed help from her regularly. However, by a strange coincidence, Yuko also weakens Momo by taking away her power to cooperate in protecting the peace of Tama City.
The farther we go down, the longer these descriptions get, and the worse they start to sound.
Yeah.
There is no preview for this yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find any other source material, so I'm assuming it's shit.
It
Yeah.
seems like shit.
Yeah, pretty
Picture
much.
it.
But
Looks like-
some people will watch it. It's Mahou Shoujo.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Try Nights.
Riku Haruma enters high school without a future in sight. He sees people playing like monsters on the ground, jumping higher than anyone else, running fast, deciding to try their best. There, he sees Akira Kiriya playing rugby, a sport he was once passionate about but gave up due to his physique. While Akira is running
Sorry.
roughly, Riku gives him a piece of advice without thinking. From that, Riku feels his dying passion for the sport set ablaze, and his future starts to brighten up. ...
Hey, look, it's Cold Waffles' new profile picture.
No shot. I'm not going to be represented by a gay guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
How do you know
Okay.
he's gay? He's not gay.
Well, I'm
is-
predicting it's going to be
okay.
gay.
Do you see the way they're... First of all, it ended with a ... Okay? They talked about his dying passion being set ablaze. And then in the image, they're staring at each other in the eyes, like laying down next
That
to
could
each
be an intense competitive stare. It's
Listen,
2019.
I'm going to watch this one, and I'm
Okay.
predicting it will be gay because the character designs, at the least, are by one of my favorite yaoi authors. So she has a part
Huh.
in making this.
Yeah.
Though she did also do the art for Yoshiwara Pedal, the bike anime. So
Yeah.
doesn't only do yaoi, but it might be gay. We don't know.
Well, I'm gonna watch this because there's gonna be no more All Out ever, because that show was. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I loved how hype it made me. But that doesn't seem like it's ever gonna come back. So I am going to watch Try Nights. So
Her character designs are beautiful.
yeah,
so
they are pretty nice.
Mhm.
And then cool. Well, everything else doesn't really matter because this is all just a bunch of idle bullshit. So if you watch those trailers, I'm sorry. But
No, I didn't watch anything else.
anyways, let's see where our Isekai count ended up as. Whoops. Fuck.
4.5 plus
4.5.
say a 5.
There it is. 4.5 plus 5. Or, well, because it was kind of, it should have been like a 0.5, I guess. So we got 4 Isekais and 2 half Kais. 2 half Kais. So it's very interesting look into what we're going to be getting this season, which I don't know if I'm too happy about that.
Yeah.
And they're all shitty isekai too.
So anyways, that is the summer 2019 season preview, brought to you by your trio of lovable anime watchers. So it has been almost fucking 2 hours. Holy shit. Which, I mean, it's to be expected because we just looked at every single fucking relevant anime for this next season. But awesome. So before we go, we're going to give each of these beautiful people 30 seconds to rant about whatever the fuck they want, just as a quick way to decompress and end off on a somewhat entertaining note from, you know, us having to talk about some of the most bland shows ever to be created. So either one of you want to go first? It doesn't matter.
No, I want to go last.
Okay, Waffles.
Is there a timer?
You got 30 seconds. Hold on, let me bring up. my timer real quick. I actually have a timer for this little plugin that it's the one I use for my countdown. But okay, 31. I have it at 30 minutes instead of 30 seconds. Which, don't need your rants to go for that long. Okay. Shit, I just erased it. Anyways, 1 second here. All right, pause. Oops. Ready.
Come on, Benji.
I'm sorry. Fuck, dude. Okay. Ready? 3,
Aye.
2, 1, and go.
Why does everyone always judge other people for things that they do themselves? Like, we have these things that we all do, okay? Like, we all poop. We all
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, and scratch ourselves in unseemly places. And we all pick our nose when we're driving in our cars. So why is it so unacceptable to pick your nose in public? Okay, we all do it. No one has tissues on them all the time. If I want to pick my nose,
Okay, you're
then
done. You're
I
done.
don't think you should
You're
judge
fucking
me
done.
for it.
You're done. Okay. Okay, that was okay, I appreciate you. Claps, Kuro. Let's get some applause. Good job, Waffles. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
that was straight off the top, right?
I could, yeah.
It's the first thing I could think of.
All right. I
But it
guess
upsets me.
I guess I'll go next. So count me down, Waffles, and then I'll hit the start.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Sarazanmai, a show that will be praised as a hidden gem in the next 6 months when people are looking over what aired this spring season. A show that seems to have taken up the mantle of setting a new bar in anime quality. This coming-of-age fantasy, magical realism, action, fantasy, supernatural, whatever you want to call it. That show takes a formula that we've seen before and masters it. As a fan of the show that takes interesting places or presents the human condition with a foreign element, Sarazanmai has replaced Kids' naive spot. In my mind, yes, Kids is considered a weak show, but I love it because it's taken human relationships and what they are meant to be. However, the show has gone beyond and focuses on many powerful points that have quite honestly given myself a new perspective of what it means to connect with someone. Fuck. Okay, that's it. I love that show, by the way. So yeah, this show should not be missed, motherfuckers. You should see it today, tomorrow, next month, next year, even the next decade. It is an experience that should not be turned down. Sorry. Damn it, I thought I could fit that all in 30 seconds, but
You did good.
yeah, I tried. I kind of flubbed a little bit, but
It was like a tongue twister.
yeah. But I was doing pretty well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was getting it. Okay, Kuro, ready? And
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Why do people always assume that because I like shonen, I obviously have shit anime taste?
Shots fired.
Happens all the time. I get tons of comments, not from anyone specific, but just in general, like, oh, well, you might not like this because you like shonen. I like everything. I just happen to like a certain genre that, yes, has a lot of trash in it, but every genre has a lot of trash in it. So just because people like shonen does not mean that their taste is shit.
Stop. Nice. I agree. Applause. Nice.
Mhm.
I love it. Cool. Well, that was our decompression 30-second rant at the end of the show. If you're still here, which I'm surprised if you still are, because you'll probably just catch up on this on the upload. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Welcoming to the Twitch chat. Every week I try to improve the production of this show. So if you haven't watched us live, you can catch us every single Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. We were at 6, but we are changing to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're not struggling to make it to the podcast. So next week will be another year in review, as well as a different topic that I don't know what we're talking about yet, but we'll figure out something. So anyways, thank you guys for listening. If you're listening to this recording, you can watch this on YouTube or literally any other podcast streaming platform. You could also find us all on Kitsu, where all our socials are connected, where we exist and comment and post all the time doing some shit like that. We also have a movie club going on as well. If you guys are interested in that, you can join on Kitsu, the Kitsu Anime Movie Club thing, which I run. I also do an anime movie podcast as well, which will be streamed and posted sometime later on this week. So if you like that and you want to be a part of that, do that thing. But anything else you guys want to plug real quick?
I know a lot of people say that thing about liking and subscribing.
Oh yeah, like, comment. Oh, you fucking say it, dude. Tired.
Sorry, go ahead, Kuro.
Me?
Yeah, you do it.
Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever.
Yeah, live your life, dude. Just fucking yeah. Fuck it, dude. Just live. Anyways, I love y'all. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.